Hello, it's Tyler Tarot in the house, and I'm here to reading today for Capricorn. Hey, oh, the world reversed. Something's unfinished. There's a lack of closure you have with somebody. Something's not being said, or there's something stuck at a halt because, like, you stop right there. That was fast. Mutual energy. The Seven of Wands upright. So there's really. What are you doing? You're trying to ignore somebody and kind of not give them any more energy. So right now you're being silent towards someone. You're somewhat ignoring them in a sense, and you're choosing to not give them any more energy. Like you're not going to, I don't know if you're not speaking to them or you're not really trying to feed it anymore. They're the Chariot reversed and the Death reversed. So since you two have been at a halt, or since it's been stuck, they've had an issue letting you completely go. Outcome, Ace of Cups. It may restart between you two. Some of you, there's new love coming in, but for some of you, this could restart between you two. Why are you the Two of Wands reversed? Some of you don't want to, okay, some of you are ignoring this person. You may be turning your back and ignoring them because I don't think that you just don't feel right about the person, or you just don't feel like it's going anywhere with them. Some of you cross watchers, there's a Capricorn that's not going to make a choice about you. I don't know what the choice is about between two people, two situations, or just not make a choice, period. That's for the cross watchers. And for some of you, that's vice versa, Capricorn. You know, the person that it's come to a halt with, they feel like they wasted their time on you. Seven of Pentacles reversed, Chariot reversed. They feel like they've wasted their time. I feel like this could restart between you two. I'm convinced it could. It could actually restart between you two. All right. Since it's been at a halt, or since it's been stuck, they feel like they can't let you go. But they also feel like they wasted their time on you. They may be sitting there pining about it, feeling like they wasted their time on you. That may be somebody's a fire sign, Scorpio. I got Cancer too. Why is the mutual energy the Seven of Wands? Hey, Megalina, how you doing? You're both becoming bored and somewhat disinterested in one another. I think there's someone you're choosing to not speak to anymore, or choosing to not feed anymore. You feel like things are in balance with the person or not at a balance with them, but I think you're choosing to turn your back. For a small portion, I feel like there could have been somebody that had more than one choice and they refused to make it, or refusing to make it. Well, that's for a small portion. But I think you've both become bored. How do they view you? The Hierophant reverse. Why do they view Capricorn like that? Yeah, they don't feel like you're sticking around. Some of you, they think that you were non-committal or rebellious. They may have thought that you were kind of non-committal, or just like you were hard to budge. They may have felt like you were hard to budge or kind of stubborn. Or some of you, it's non-committal. They thought you were non-committal. If that's not the case, they may have felt like you were stubborn and hard to budge. But I feel like they think that you're releasing them. Four of Wands. I think you'd still want to work on this. I really do feel like that. Some of you, you really want this person to offer you their all. You see them as the Four of Wands. You want a relationship with them. You want them to offer you all they have. Like you want the all be all with them, all right, is what it's telling me. But for some of you, this person thinks you're not sticking around with them anymore, Capricorn, is what it's telling me. They may think that you're not sticking around. All right? So let's see what... Oh, thank you for the feedback. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all. What about single Capricorns? What are they going through? What about single Capricorns? What's going on with them? Something saying stop right there and shuffle. Not shuffle, I mean cut the deck. Four Swords reverse is your current energy. I think there's something still residually... Some of you are becoming restless. Your challenge, the Hermit card. Some of you are purposely stopping yourself from going back to somebody. Singles. I think there's somebody you dealt with recently that's still kind of residually in your energy. And I think that your challenge is to resist going back to them. So you may be trying to resist going back, despite you sometimes feeling like you want to go back to them. You resist from trying to like push yourself to go toward that situation. So you're really purposely making yourself sit the fuck down, basically. All right. Why is it all happening? The Eight of Swords. Maybe somebody that's you're in your head about. Thanks, Azrael. How you been? Thanks for the $2. Appreciate that. This is something you couldn't move on from in the past. I think you're purposely making your ass sit the fuck down, basically. That's such a weird. Current energy, 4 swords reversed. That talks about being restless, wanting to return to something. But then your challenge is the Hermit. So your challenge is to not go back to that. Your challenge is to sit still and wait for something new or wait for something better. Best case scenario. I think there's something better headed your way. The Lovers is your best case scenario. Is what it's telling me. How you see yourself. Emotions. You've lost faith in love. You got a lot of options coming in. They ain't got to be your only option. You got way more options coming in than that. Why is the 4 swords reversed here? Some of you feel left out by somebody or feel distant from someone, but you're really challenging yourself to sit still and not go back to that. I think you're doing the right thing because I feel like there's something better headed your way anyhow. You got a lot more options coming in that you'll look back at this situation with like, what, I was stuck on that or I was dealing with that. Like the options coming in are way better. All right. All right, here we go. Let's do all the way from Aries to Pisces. Aries. They're already involved. Somebody does Aries that's already involved, or you are, the Taurus. They were very stuck on you. They're becoming less and less stuck on you. So they're kind of healing in a sense. If you're doing a Gemini, that's a playboy, playgirl. That was a hookup only energy, or just the energy of this based off physicalness, nothing like long term playboy, playgirl, whether that's you or the Gemini that's cross watching. The Cancer, you two are going to communicate pretty soon. I feel like you two could be around one another pretty soon. I think somebody didn't have much interest at first, but they slowly but surely gained a lot of interest. So at first the interest was not that high, but now it's like super high. Like somebody gained interest, a lot of interest all of a sudden is the message I'm getting. What about Leo? I got 2 stories for that. There's a possibility for a commitment between you and a Leo. First story says there's a possibility for a commitment. I think that's actually possible. And for some of you, the second story I get is that there may be a Leo or you that likes both genders. There may be some deception around multiple gender liking, basically. They pulled the only card in the deck that talks about same sex. All right, what about Virgo? The Virgo is very career and money focused. I think they used to spy on you a lot or keep tabs on you a lot, but they're becoming less and less stalkerific, all right? What about Libra? There's a Libra that misses you. They will reach out. There's a Libra that misses you, and I see you two communicating pretty soon. What about Scorpio? Now, this could go either way. Some of you are going to find something better than the Scorpio. I think right now they're kind of holding back, is what it's telling me. You were afraid to show them interest, or they were afraid to show you interest. That's why it was at a stalemate, or somebody was afraid to be totally vulnerable. That's why it's stalemated, but there may be something better on the horizon. What about a Sagittarius? You need to keep that strictly business. Some of you, this could be, I got one story, okay, 2 stories for this. For the Sagittarius, some of you need to keep that strictly business, all right? Because it may, okay, for the first story, I feel like it could be a workplace scenario where you need to keep it strictly business, all right? And for the second story, I feel like for some of you that could be long-term. If the cards are played right, it could end up being a missed opportunity if it's not played right. What about a Capricorn? I got 2 stories with this. First story, if it's a workplace thing, another workplace. First story, if it's a workplace thing, you need to not shit where you eat, basically. Second story is that there's a reunion coming, and there's going to be, you two may work on it more. Or whoever was lackluster in the past, after this reunion, somebody's going to work on it more, all right, between you and a Sagittarius. I think that's what sign I was doing, wouldn't it? What about Capricorn? For some of you, that's just not meant to be with the Capricorn. I feel like there's a lot of distance between you two. Second story, there may be a Capricorn that you had kids with, or somebody had a kid. That one especially isn't for you, or vice versa. Those 2 stories for that one. What about Aquarius? A lot of storylines coming out tonight. Long distance is an issue. I also feel like somebody's a playboy or a playgirl. That's another issue that somebody, what about Pisces? You either lack trust in them or they lack trust in you. That's probably why it won't lead to anything. Trust issues, whether it's things they did that cause trust issues or just trust issues in general, that's going to be a big blockage. All right. So we need to let that go. All right. So with that being said, Capricorn, that's your story, and I will talk to you later. Thank you so much. All right. Bye, y'all. Thank you. Thank you.